Conservatives have been losing battle after battle, fight after fight for the last 100 years. What have we managed to preserve? Name one thing we've managed to preserve. The only W I can think of that's taken place in my lifetime for conservatives is getting Roe v. Wade overturned. So we lost a battle, and then we had to fight, what was it, like 30, 40 years to get it overturned. So a right that was never in the Constitution clearly was re-examined, and they realized, oh, this thing that was never mentioned in the Constitution wasn't mentioned in the Constitution. Really smart people, by the way. Like, wow, that must have been a difficult decision. But that's the only W I can think of, and we didn't even make abortion ban. All we managed to do was make it not protected. That's ridiculous that we can't even get an baby murdering banned. How weak is your political movement if you can't manage to get people anti baby murdering? We have nothing. We are losers. And it's not all that complicated to see why. Conservatives, every time we have someone that's a little bit too far right leaning, they're a little bit too truthful, and maybe they go a little bit too far on some things, we just get rid of them. We ban them, we disavow them. The left does the opposite. They find their craziest people and they prop the crap out of them. Because when you hear a really crazy idea, you're like, oh, that's too much. Then you hear like a mildly crazy idea, and you're like, you know what, that's a little bit more calm. And it gets the overall line shifted. The center has become like a centrist today is a leftist 20 years ago because they've managed to get the line shifted so far by having so many radical ideas promoted, and then they have people go up and pretend to be centrists, well, that are really liberals, and then they manage to move the entire political movement. So most conservatives are actually just classical liberals, and centrists are full-on liberals, and liberals are, I don't know what liberals are. They're crazy. They are blue-haired monsters. Half of them are whales. Some of them are they thems. I don't know if they're people anymore. Liberals are just crazy people at this point, and it's just wild. And it's the conservatives. We lost this battle because we kick everybody out when they're a little bit too radical. Look at Nick Fuentes, for example. Banned off of everything. And did we have his back? Of course not. Does he say some things that I disagree with? Absolutely. 100%. Does he go too far sometimes? Absolutely. 100%. Do I agree with him on every opinion that he has? Of course not. I don't agree with anybody on every opinion they have. Nick Fuentes also clearly isn't stupid. He's got some good ideas, and he is helpful. He has been very helpful in the conservative movement. I don't think he's a genuinely bad guy, and we shouldn't have just abandoned him. That was messed up to do. We did the same thing with Sneeko, a genuinely conservative guy. He's been banned off of everything, and most conservatives are quick to just disavow him. Andrew Tate, he's not honestly a conservative, but we all disavowed him too. Why? Because allegations that were never proven. Now, I'm not saying we have to agree with everything everybody that pretends or is moderately conservative says. Of course, we don't want to agree with everything anybody says, because at that point, you're just becoming a parrot if you have zero ideas for yourself. But we do need to help each other up. We need to be fighting together. We have to fight this war together. We can't keep fighting it so dividedly. The conservative movement is failing because it's so incredibly divided. Half of the movement is just neocons who are just liberals in disguise. Half the movement is true conservatives. Half the movement is people like that are weirded out by liberals, but they're not actually conservative because it sounds too mean, and we don't have enough unity where we can like suck them in at all. It's ridiculous, the disorganization of conservative parties, the Republican Party in general. It is so incredibly disorganized, and it's hard to fight with because I mean, even Elijah Schaffer. How often do you see guys pushing him up? His channel has been destroyed by YouTube, and nobody's helping him out. The only people that are left in our mainstream that conservatives and liberals didn't mutually agree to kick out of the group are Ben Shapiro's. And some of the people that work for him. Those are your mainstreamers. Brett Hooper is considered to be a conservative. That is a joke. She's a classical liberal. 100%. She's a borderline feminist. Brett Cooper is not a conservative, yet she's a mainstream conservative because we pushed everybody else out of our movement because we are so incredibly special. We are genuinely slow. Conservatives today are slow. We ain't liberals, at least, because oh my gosh, those people. They are wild. It's a real doozy. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it up here. So if you got anything from this, if you agree, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. You guys do that a whole lot. But, hey, this has been Strange Investigations. Like I said, subscribe. We post 2 videos a day here. A mix of conspiracy, self-improvement, politics. So if you are interested in any of those topics, subscribe. I have been Ron Swanson, signing off once again. So long, peace out, and God bless y'all.